All right, so this week's parasha, first of all, this Devar Torah is dedicated for the neshamot, the tragic loss of the 6 hostages that were murdered and the 3 officers that were murdered the other day. In this week's parasha, Perashat Shoftim. Shoftim, we are commanded, as the Sefer HaChinuch says. Do you mind closing the door? I'm sorry. Yeah. As Sefer HaChinuch says, that we are commanded to have Shoftim v'Shoterim, to have a court to be able to apply the laws that we have received in Har Sinai. And titen lecha bechol she'arecha, and every one of the gates, meaning in every city and town, we have to have a bet din, a court, a Jewish court to be able to go to for us to get clarity on questions, but also for them to oversee the proper conduct of the town. Now, this mitzvah is only in Eretz Yisrael, and also the towns that are near Eretz Yisrael, midoraita, that's the biblical mitzvah. Now, outside of Eretz Yisrael, also we're commanded to have leaders, and we have to appoint the right leaders. And leaders are appointed, originally it would be from Moshe to Yeshua and so on and so forth, with semicha, which semicha is that you are somech, your 2 hands on your disciple, and they then retain the title from yourself. But today we don't have that, so instead of doing the semicha, the proper way of putting 2 hands on your student, and then you'll do that to your student, and so on and so forth, we have that by questioning, examining, testing the person, that they know that they're adequately knowledgeable, but also equally as important, that they don't lie. They're not after indulging themselves in worldly matters, and they won't get deceived by anything that may come their way. They live for the truth, they stand by the truth, and they care about Hashem, and they do chesed to those that are around them. The closer ones, more chesed, the one around them. That's what the Sefer HaChinuch says. Now, right after the commandment of shotrim of having shoftim and shotrim, it says tzedek tirdof. We have to run after tzedek. We have to run after righteousness. Leman tichyeh, so that you shall live. V'yarashta et haaretz, and you'll inherit the land. So why does it say twice tzedek? So Rashi explains twice is because you have to make sure you go and find the right court or the right rabbi to lead you. But as Rashi says, you have to make sure that you shall halach achar bet din yafeh. Maybe there's more than one type of bet din. Maybe there's a bet din that you know the rabbi. Maybe he could do something for you. Maybe you're related to them. Maybe they owe you a favor. That's not the one you should go to. Halach achar bet din yafeh. Maybe it's one that says kosher for everything, allowed for everything. Whatever you do, whatever you want. Don't go after that one. Halach achar bet din yafeh. Go after one that is yafeh, that is nice. And by the way, the word yafeh, where do we see the word yafeh in tefillah? After Shema Yisrael, in the morning, emet v'yatziv v'nachon v'kayim v'yashar. Yafeh is the last thing. Yafeh means nice or beautiful. After you have a check that it's emet, it's true, and it's established, and it's yashar, and it's proper and it's straight. But why do we get the promise that if we have a tzedek, if we run or pursue tzedek, righteousness and truth, v'yarashta et haaretz, you'll inherit the land? So says the Oznaim Notorah of Zalman Sorotzkin that inheriting the land, right now Moshe Rabbeinu is talking to the Jewish people. They're about to enter the land of Israel. And remember what happened every Tisha B'Av? That 15,000 Jews would die every Tisha B'Av because of the sin of speaking against the land. Every single year on Tisha B'Av they would dig graves for everyone. Everyone would go to bed. They would have their last cup of milk before going to bed, and they have to sleep in this ditch. And if they wake up in the morning, they wake up. If they don't, they don't. And so as Moshe Rabbeinu, let's put an end to that. You know what's going to promise you the land and life? Chaim, leman tichyeh, so that you can live. The mitzvah of having a proper Sanhedrin and proper Bedin, that in and of itself has enough merit for Am Yisrael to live and to get over with this issue of every year having people passing away on Tisha B'Av and inheriting the land in a way that has more comfort, safety, and security. So we see from here how truth, justice, municipality, a Jewish court, going after a good Jewish court, and appointing rabbis that are yashar, that are ne'emanim, that are loyal to Hashem and His Torah and mitzvot, that not only establishes a good society, but also promises us life and the land of Eretz Yisrael. Amen.
Amen.
Steve,
Hazak u'baruch.